my thoughts on better than Steph Curry. So basically, David Robinson, Karl Malone, and Bill Walton.
How is Jerry West in that, dude?
Yeah,
Dude,
that's a good
Dr.
question.
J, only Hakim has a legit case to be better than Curry in this list.
I swear.
I don't care what you call me, but only Hakim Olajuwon can make a case to be better than Curry in this list.
No, dude. I think Oscar and Dr. J has a case. I think.
Nah,
I
not even
don't think.
close,
I
bro.
think Dirk is
Not
also better
Oscar,
than
man.
Oscar. I think Dirk is better than Oscar, and he has a cross on him.
Bro, Bigo is like Bigo at one time.
Just by triple doubles, you at least now you should know after seeing Russell Westbrook that triple doubles don't mean shit.
Yeah, I'll give you.
But
one
he has
thing.
won championship,
Oscar
right?
was
With that
not-
also. That is the
Yeah,
thing I'm
but
saying.
Curry
He
has
has-
won
Oh,
3
man,
of
I
them.
don't buy this, man. I don't see. I can't see this because Steph Curry is Steph Curry. He's got his shooting on his side. He played in a different era.
I'll give one take on this. Yeah, go ahead, James. You finish it.
Yeah. See, the thing about these kind of memes or this kind of stuff, this kind of argument, it's really, I don't think it's really fruitful for us to take one guy who's playing now and then compare him to some guy who's played 100 years back.
Numbers and all those things that, like, especially what Russ does, all those animated shit that people do, right? I don't really see that as something which makes a player great. The skills that Hakim had, and also when you see other greats wanting to do that, right? Like you saw LeBron James go learn it from Hakim. You saw Kobe Bryant go and learn it from Hakim. So when such things
Dwight
happen,
wanted to learn it from Hakim.
yeah,
Dwight as well. Yeah.
So Amare Stoudemire worked out with Hakim. So when you
Yep.
see these things happen, right, you have to like that skill level is insane. Like it's to the next level. You cannot compare it.
Well,
Yeah,
kya bola
anyone
na?
else on that list does not make a case. Like
Yeah.
anyone else on that list, if you can
No,
open that
dude,
list
Dr.
again.
J. See, because again, why I piggyback on what James said. If there was no Dr. J, there would not be an NBA today. Like that is the fact.
Yeah, that's not an argument we are
So-
making, right?
That's the context. See, I've said this. Yeah. Go on.
Yeah. So the
I think that's a little far fetched, bro.
Yeah, I know.
Saying
What is
that
this
Dr. J-
Dr. J
NBA
was
nahi
the first superstar of the NBA.
Was Dr. J the top 3 guy? Was Dr. J the top 3 guy in his time? Right? Simple.
In
Dude,
his
first of all, Dr. J
in his league, he was.
In his
I'm
league,
talking
yeah,
about
yeah.
he was
He
number
was.
one.
He was.
He was number one in
He
his
was.
league. He like lot of his glory is being lost because of the translation of because of the merger and all. But prior to the merger, he was a champion in his league. The league which was playing, and by the way, NBA and what was the other league name? I forgot. ABA. Eventually, ABA prevailed. ABA won. NBA was all about running court to court, doing this and that. It was very mundane. The sauce, the flavor, the crossovers, everything we see today, most is from ABA only. So eventually, ABA won. And who was the leader of ABA? Dude? It was Dr. J. It was done. NBA was done. NBA was known as a group of bunch of black people who are in drugs. You just go and read the news articles, dude.
What about Moses Malone? Wasn't he at the same time?
He came up.
No, Moses Malone.
Moses Malone came Philadelphia time.
Yeah.
Philadelphia time they joined. Na? I'm talking about ABA times.
So I'll tell you something. By 1970s is when Dr. J played, right?
Yeah, 70s is the
NBA was still shit. Even though you're giving so much cultural importance to Dr. J, the NBA was still downright shit in the 70s.
Yeah.
It was revived by the rivalry of Magic and Bird. Dr. J had nothing to do with that, bro. The way the game is played today, Allen Iverson made the crossover famous, not Dr. J.
Bro, Jordan has copied half of Dr. J's move. Everybody agrees on this. Correct? The swag.
I would like to know what half moves, man. Like I know he dunked and he had the layer. He took a lot of his
airtime, dude. Airtime.
You cannot say he took airtime from Dr. J. Come on, man.
Why can't
he take airtime from Dr. J?
He did. Ask James, dude. Ask anybody.
Okay, airtime. I'll give you Dr. J, But then you can't go on
Yeah.
like this, right? Now let's say in 30 years you'll be like, if Steph Curry wasn't there, we wouldn't be shooting the threes. So are you going to say
Yeah,
Steph Curry?
yeah. You.
I think
Yeah,
we
it's
will.
a circular argument.
I think we will be still. I think we will still be shooting threes because Spurs, incorporated that, in their system. And
How many teams replicated that? Zero.
No.
Like apart from the
Listen.
Warriors, 0 teams did that.
Yeah.
Hey.
So
But you're
listen,
changing the context. Yeah, you're changing the
it-
context. The context is he a top player? See, Steph Curry is a top 3 player,
I'll give
is what you
Dr. J.
agree in his era.
Dr.
in
J
his,
though.
in his
Dr. J. But
Yeah.
apart from
Yeah.
Dr. J,
So what about Hakeem? Hakeem?
100%, 100%.
100%,
Yes.
100%.
100%.
Oscar, I will say
Oscar?
100%. Oscar,
No,
I will
not
say
Oscar.
he was the
Not
best
for me.
player, dude, in his time, dude. What you are saying, man?
Nope.
I doubt
He was
that.
not even the best player on his team, buddy.
On his
He
team.
played alongside Kareem Abdul-Jabbar.
He
Go
played
check your
Kareem.
facts.
He played with young Jabbar.
Bruh.
Okay.
He
The
played with
Jabbar who
finals
could
MVP
block Wilt.
Jabbar. He
Remember
played
the
with
Jabbar who
MVP
blocked
Jabbar.
Wilt.
Yeah. And Jabbar, one more thing
Never
about
forget.
Jabbar, let's not forget who Jabbar was. Jabbar was a high school winner, was a 3-time college winner, and he came into the he already had an
Yeah.
MVP and a Finals MVP before coming to the Lakers. So let's not forget what he was before the Lakers.
He was not
I
even the
mean-
best player on his damn team, dude.
Yep.
Bro,
You're
then-
just overhyping Oscar Robertson.
Then Stephen Curry is not the best player.
Steph Curry is not the
Stephen
best
Curry-
player
in his team
in the
for last
four championships.
Four championships.
How
yeah.
many MVPs has he won?
Yeah.
How many
Tell
MVPs?
me that.
He's
if
not
you-
the wait. There's a difference
Just one.
between
Just one.
listen. There's a difference between being the best player on a team and winning the finals MVP. It's not the same thing. You cannot judge a
Is he
player by
the
one
best?
series.
Was he the best player in the last 4 finals appearance of Golden State Warriors?
The difference is much lesser than Oscar and Kareem is, I can say for sure. He was definitely not the best player. Okay, KD was the better player. I can agree.
Best
But I
player.
can guarantee you,
that
you
time.
take Steph out of the team, they don't win.
One more
Because-
thing. Let's not do that.
It's like saying, Aman. Okay, Aman. It's like saying Ja Morant. If you take out Ja, I don't think that's the right thing to say.
Yeah,
If you
exactly.
take
No,
out Steph, they're not
The
going to
thing
win.
is, even
See,
before
the
KD
argument
came,
is
Warriors
Ja
were
is-
winning.
My point I'll put.
Yeah.
See, I definitely believe when everything is said and done, Stephen Curry will be top 10 players for me. Like how he has changed everything in the league and how everything is done. But to
I think
put
his
him,
legacy is
but
kind of done.
but
This
but
is-
to
this-
but to put him in a pedestal and
Okay.
pulling Oscar down, this is not why I'm buying this. That is what I'm saying.
Okay,
Oscar
Sad
is
was
not
saying
that
something.
relevant.
What?
Oscar was great. He isn't Russ. Number one thing. Let's not compare him to
Yeah,
Russ.
he
Yeah.
was not us.
Let's not compare that triple double thing. He was
Yeah.
himself great, but let's not put him in the Steph Curry bracket, please,
I mean,
because he
Dude,
wasn't.
there
Steph
are
Curry.
there are good players and there are great
Okay.
players and there are game changers.
Yeah.
Oscar is a great player. Stephen Curry is a game changer, dude. He forced
Hakeem as well.
everybody on the court to play like him if they want to beat him, or else you can't. That is something not even a lot of great players can claim. So
I think
don't
Hakeem was a
don't-
game changer. Hakeem also was a game changer, I
yeah,
believe.
definitely.
Because
Hakeem
definitely.
was a
He
game
created
changer.
post.
At the
He
versatile
created the
center.
post. Yeah,
Yeah,
definitely.
the post. Yeah.
See, in my opinion, there are 10 players who have changed the game. Okay, 10 players who have changed the game, and they're in their own league. Okay, it would start from Wilt first. Okay, Larry, Magic, Jordan, Tim Duncan, Shaq. I'd not say Kobe because Kobe was kind of like this thing. I'd say LeBron, and then it would be Steph.
Jordan.
Probably like eight
Allen
players.
Iverson also
Allen Iverson
deserves a
changed the
spot in
game.
this.
Allen Iverson
Yeah,
changed the game.
Allen
I'd say
Iverson
so.
deserves a spot.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'd say he's more of a cultural change, but not
Yeah.
not a game changer.
Yeah.
And I put Tim Duncan and Shaq because I think Tim Duncan was the guy when the whole power move shifted from the east to the west. That when Tim Duncan came to the west, I think that's when all the West teams started becoming better. So, in my opinion, that and LeBron James obviously his player movement thing, and Steph Curry he literally changed the game. Probably nothing like since Wilt we've had anything like that.
Yeah, like entire league following is this one. So that I
Yeah.
will agree. That I give, change the game and stuff like that. But better is something, yeah, which I will not agree on.
Actually, saying he's better is wrong. He's much, much better. That is correct.
Yeah.
In comparison to Oscar.
This is yeah.
And I'll tell you something. Oscar is so salty about Steph's success. He even gave some crude statement saying that Steph is not a star or something like that.
Oh, I have that. That's one
Yeah,
of the
yeah,
tweets.
yeah, yeah. It's there.
Yeah.
It's
So
there.
that is another proof. When
Yeah,
when a part,
Buddy Hield is a better all-round
Yeah.
player than Steph Curry because he's not just a shooter.
yeah. So this is when you know a person is salty
Nah,
and
man.
knows that he has surpassed me, but he can't accept it.
Nah,
that
man.
this skinny dude who is 6'2" has come and changed everything.
No, this is still a tweet.
No,
If anybody wants to see, if anybody wants to actually know about Oscar Robertson and how he's salty about Steph Curry, right? Just go back to the OKC Thunders versus the Golden State 2016. Just go and it's I think around May last week. Go and look at all the talk shows. Okay, everybody's talking about how Oscar was killing Curry. Okay, like on every day he was coming up with some new shit. Okay, when they were 3-1 down. Okay, and how everything got reversed, and then Oscar became irrelevant for the whole next since he's not been seen like
Remainder of the finals.
yeah, dude. Forget about remainder. He was never seen again talking about Steph
This is-
Curry.
See, Steph has just more than a shot. He has very good basketball IQ. He
Off the
can
ball
really
movement.
play team defense. Off the ball movement, he can really play defense. Okay, he's a contributor there. And even in the offense, he has developed a new thing in the last 3 years. If you have seen, 3 years back, he didn't have one thing, and that was finishing inside. Okay, he has really developed his arm strength or his upper body strength in the last few years, and you can see him
because of the
with confidence go to the rim.
because of the injuries
Yeah.
prior to winning his championships and all, I think that one, I think
Oh,
that would
yeah,
have
Acha.
put him, yeah. But
And
now
you
he's
don't have
Abhi
the
more
weight
Ma-
to go inside.
yeah, but he's more going inside now. I mean, he's going inside before
Yeah.
also.
Mahi,
We can
so
see
you
it.
just spoke about Stephen Curry not being the best player on the championship team, right? Do you know his stats from the final series? Any of those final series he played with KD?
I mean,
He has
don't know
averaged
that
more
much.
than 25 points per game in every of those series. Can you accept that?
I'll give you in
Yeah.
one series. I'll give you the assist and the rebounds also. It was 8 and 9.
Okay, I'll tell you what Oscar Robertson
Ah.
averaged in his 1971 championship run. 18.3 points per game, 5 rebounds per game, 8.9 assists per game on 48% shooting. So there are levels to this shit, okay? He might be a good player, he might be a really, really great player, but you do not take
Can
his
you
name in the
compare-
same breath as Stephen Curry.
Can you compare their final stats if that's fine with
Yeah,
Just
just
their
a second.
final
I'll
stats,
pull up
averages.
his final stat also. Wait.
Final stats, Steph has better than many players, dude.
Steph-
Many great players.
Steph is much better in points.
Even
Points and
his
assists.
playoff. If you just want to take his points and his effective field goal percentage, be very high.
He
Be better
averaged
than-
20. He averaged 23 points, 9 assists, and 5 rebounds in 4 games in the finals. And now I'll tell you what Kareem averaged. Just give me 1 second. Kareem Abdul-Jabbar averaged 28 points, 18 and a half rebounds, and 3 assists in 4 games. So you see my point here. When
18 and a
two
half
people,
rebounds?
yeah, per
18
game.
and a half rebounds.
Yeah.
Per
Rebounds
game.
per game.
It is Kareem, dude, what you're saying.
Too many possessions, dude. Too many possessions, too
It's
many
Kareem.
rebounds.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
Kareem we are talking about after all.
So when the
Okay, what about
difference is
Steph?
of
What about
about-
Steph?
Yeah, I can. Which year do you want to check? We can check his worst year.
No,
if you want.
just the total final stats. You know,
2019
how
would
much
be
he
good.
averages in the finals.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's what I wanted. Like maybe he's just around
So-
24.
He's
24,
averaging 26.5
42%.
points per game, 26.5 points per game in finals. But
in
I'll
the
tell you,
finals.
Oscar Robertson has played only 4 final games. Just 4. He made the finals once.
Just 4 or
Yeah,
11.
yeah,
I see.
Yeah.
Somewhere I saw 11.
No, I just checked.
No, he
He's
went to
played 4
final
games.
only once with this one only. Bucks only he went. After that he
Yeah, before that he played for Cincinnati. I don't know what this thing was.
Royals.
Yeah.
Mhm,
So
mhm. Okay.
Stephen Curry averages 26 and a half, 6 assists, 5.7 rebounds in 28 games in his NBA Finals career. And I'll tell you shooting percentage, 42% field goal percentage
42,
and 38.5% 3-point percentage.
When
So,
Yeah, that's right. That's right.
There's levels, man.
Yeah,
I think the field
better
goal
than
percentage
better than
helped
Oscar.
Steph because there was no 3-point percentage during the time of this thing. So effective field goal percentage is a little higher for Steph, but still they are not in the same league. So it's no point making a case
There's no
for
point. Exactly what I meant.
Though Mahi got super high on Oscar Robertson.
bro, super high. You said he's much better than Oscar. This is
Arey,
complete
I am-
disrespect.
No, he's better.
Dude,
He's definitely better
He's
than.
better.
I am gonna
But-
go ahead and say he's head and shoulders above Oscar Robertson.
This is
And Oscar Robertson would be grateful if he could even be S of Steph Curry.
お前はもう死んでいる。何
I am gonna go ahead and say he's head and shoulders above Oscar Robertson.
This is
And Oscar Robertson would be grateful if he could even be S of Steph Curry.
Oscar Robertson is the best basketball player I ever played against. I mean, he had no weakness.
When I look back at my career, he's the greatest player I ever played against, period.
When you hear Michael Jordan's the best player of all time, how do you react?
I react by saying those people probably didn't see Oscar Robertson play.
I am gonna go ahead and say he's head and shoulders above Oscar Robertson.
This is
And Oscar Robertson would be grateful if he could even be S of Steph Curry.
Who does
Who did Jordan tell you is the greatest player ever?
He would say Oscar Robertson.
Okay.
Right? But then he would say what I said. In Oscar's time, he was the shit.
And Oscar Robertson would be grateful if he could even be S of Steph Curry.
If you look at Oscar's numbers, if you take his first 5 years playing for Cincinnati, over his first 5 seasons of his professional career, he averaged a triple-double. 1 season statistically, he did it. But if you average the first 5 seasons, he did it.
And in the 60s, he averaged, 29, 10 assists, and 8.5 rebounds in the decade of the 60s.
Trust me, dude. Like there's no
See
comparison.
that?
How many
You
agree
can't
on this?
compare
Winning one championship in the later end of your career to winning one by yourself and then 2-3 more by accommodating another superstar. You do not give enough credit for the sacrifices he made.
I'm pretty sure. I'll give you one thing. I'm pretty sure even if KD wouldn't have come, Steph would have won at least one.
At least one. Yes.
At least one more. At least one more. Can you say Oscar didn't win one in his prime? Not even one.
I don't
You
think
don't compare
Steph
such
would have
players.
won. I beg to disagree. I don't think Steph would have ever won anything without KD. I'm serious. I don't
And
think
definitely nothing. And
he won
definitely
Harrison
without-
Barnes.
and 100%
You think with
nothing
Harrison
without that
Barnes-
team. And 100% nothing without that team. Nothing. 100%
No
nothing
way,
without.
no way.
Nothing without Clay.
Any player
100%.
has
Nothing
ever
without
won
KD.
anything without a team. No, but if
Okay, hold on,
that's
hold
the
on.
argument,
Not without
then-
KD.
Bring in the ruckus like सब बन बैठे यहाँ भगवान क्योंकि बनना नहीं है किसी को इंसान खुद के करते खुद के गुणगान फैंस इनके सारे बंद कर लो का गाली गलोच का नाम है रोज